Hey everybody, I have another read aloud today. This is one of my favorite stories, but first I have one thing I have to say before we get started on our story. Today and tomorrow is your last day to donate to the food drive. And yeah, so it's your last day tomorrow. February 17th is your last day. So I have a read aloud for you. And today my story is called Sneakers The Seaside Cat. And it's written by the author of Goodnight Moon. I have Goodnight Moon too, and it's a really good story. Let's get started by reading this wonderful story. Sneakers The Seaside Cat. See these sneakers. Once there was a little fat cat, and his name was Sneakers. He had 4 white paws, and almost all the rest of him was an inky black. He lived with a little boy and his father and his mother. One day, the little boy and his father and his mother went to the seashore. There's Sneakers. Looks like the little boy back here. This is mother and the little boy's father. When Sneakers came to the sea, he was delighted. He could smell the fish. He thought he could catch them like mice. But when he dipped his careful little white paw into the blue sea, the water was wet and it was cold. So Sneakers decided to go in a field and look for mice instead. So yeah, there's Sneakers. He's dipping his paw in, and there's fish. The field was full of butterflies, so Sneakers chased one, but the sea was bothering him. All around him he could smell it, beyond the smell of pine trees, and he could feel it. It excited him, and way off he could still hear it. Boom, boom, boom. Sneakers did not know what that boom, boom, boom was. The sea pounding the rocks way offshore, out on the ledges of the sea. So look, there's Sneakers in the field, and this is the ocean and a butterfly. Wait, hold on. I can just... Then he heard a ha ha ha, scree, scree. He wondered what it was. First it was a shadow, then it was a bird. Only it was such a big bird it didn't seem very frightened of a little black cat with white paws. Sneakers did not like to think about birds who aren't afraid of cats, so he went for a walk on the beach. Sneakers cats like to eat birds, if you guys didn't know that. Little sand shrimps about the size of a cat's claw jumped about in the sand. Sneakers roughed up his fur and lifted his feet higher as he walked along. Pounce! He nearly caught a sand shrimp. But sand shrimps were jumping all the time, and they were too little to bother anyway. So it looks like there's a sand shrimp over there. Pretty small. Then up ahead on the yellow sand, Sneakers saw something. It was yellow and pink on the outside. Sneakers had never seen anything that shape before. Then he crept up to it and peeked in. There was nothing in it. He put his head down to it and listened. There was a roar like the ocean's roar in it, but there was nothing in the shell. So he lifted up his paws and he walked along the beach some more. There he is. He's with the seashell. He saw a long, flat thing with bent legs. Sneakers could see the two black, shiny eyes sticking out of its head. Sneakers crept after it, but the crab's eyes stuck so far out of its head that they had seen Sneakers coming. The crab scuttled down to the water's edge, but Sneakers was too quick for it. He hit the crab with its paw to see what it would do. So this is a crab and this is Sneakers. And this is what the crab did. What do you guys think the crab's gonna do? That's a good guess. I think so too. The crab shot out one of its long bent legs. It grabbed a hold of Sneakers' little white paw in its crab claw. It hung on and pinched Sneakers a little. Sneakers did not like that at all. He snatched his paw back and so fast that the crab fell off. Then he licked his paw and ruffled out his fur and walked down on the beach. There was Sneakers and there he is, pinching her claw. Something was happening in the air. The air was wetter and heavier. Sneakers could feel it on his tender little nose. And when he looked around, there were great puffs of smoke blowing in from the sea. They smelled out of the sea and came drifting in puffs as big as clouds, until you couldn't see the sun anymore. Everything was gray, and the land was all dim and dark like one big shape. My, but I'm glad I saw that. So there's Sneakers. He's sitting on the beach. In the morning, it was still foggy. Down in the depths of the sea, the fish swam slowly, and the starfish pointed their spiky arms. Lobsters crawled onto lobster pots, and sea urchins clung to the rocks. Then the sun came out of the gray and drove the fog away. It was low tide, and all around was seaweed. Then Sneakers heard a little sound. It was like creaky breathing. It was the seaweed popping. My, I'm glad I heard that, said Sneakers. He sat and warmed himself in the sunlight and watched the light on the waves. It looks like there's Sneakers right over there, hearing the seaweed popping. And here are the lobsters. The next day, Sneakers and his family left the seashore. All the way home in the car, Sneakers thought soft little cat thoughts about the sea. There he is. That's cute. And that's the end, everybody. Alright, thank you for watching this video, and please do not forget to subscribe and hit the button below for new videos every day. Bye, guys.